Washington. As the Russian attack of Ukraine go on forever, NATO's abundantly celebrated solidarity faces new strains when pioneers accumulate for their yearly culmination this week in Vilnius, Lithuania. The world's greatest security coalition is battling to agree on conceding Sweden as its 32nd part. Military spending by part countries actually falls behind long-standing objectives. What's more, a failure to think twice about who ought to act as NATO's next chief constrained an expansion of the ongoing Secretary-General's term for an additional year. Maybe most prickly are inquiries over how Ukraine ought to be slid into the partnership. Some keep up with conceding Ukraine to NATO would be the satisfaction of a commitment made quite a while back and an essential move toward hinder Russian hostility in Eastern Europe. Others are unfortunate it would be viewed as an incitement that could winding into a significantly more extensive struggle. Squabbling among companions is entirely expected, and the ongoing list of questions could not hope to compare to past feelings of dread that Donald Trump would walk out on the partnership during his administration. Notwithstanding, the difficulties come at a second when President Joe Biden and his partners are vigorously put resources into showing concordance among individuals. Any gap, any absence of fortitude gives an open door to the individuals who might go against the partnership, said Douglas Lute, who filled in as U.S. envoy to NATO under President Barack Obama. Russian President Vladimir Putin is anxious to take advantage of divisions as he battles to make progress in Ukraine and countenances political difficulties at home, including the consequence of a short revolt by the Wagner-hired fighter bunch. You would rather not present any openings, Lute said. You would rather not present any holes or creases. By certain actions, the Ukraine struggle has revived NATO, which was made toward the start of the virus battle as a defense against Moscow. Individuals from the coalition have emptied military equipment into Ukraine to assist with its continuous counter-offensive, and Finland finished a background marked by non-alignment to turn into NATO's 31st part. The US reported Friday it will furnish Ukraine with the questionable group weapons. Such a bomb represents a higher gamble of non-military personnel hurt as it opens in the air, delivering more modest bomb blitz across a wide region, hitting numerous objectives at the same time. Ukraine has vowed to painstakingly utilize it. In an explanation on Saturday night, Italian head Giorgia Meloni, one of Western Europe's staunchest sponsor of Ukraine in the conflict, repeated her country's judgment of the Russian hostility yet required the general utilization of the standards of the global show forbidding the creation, move, and storing of group weapons. UN Delegate Representative Farhan Haq said Secretary General Antonio Guterres needs nations to comply with the particulars of that show. Thus subsequently, obviously, he doesn't maintain that there should be proceeded with utilization of bunch weapons on the combat zone. Yet, the continuous conflict has permitted different difficulties to rot or rise to the surface. Specifically, NATO pioneers expressed back in 2008 that Ukraine would ultimately turn into a part, however little move has been made toward that objective. Putin involved pieces of the country in 2014 and afterward endeavored to catch Kyiv in 2022, prompting the ongoing conflict. An ill-defined situation is approval for Putin, said Daniel Broil, a previous US diplomat to Poland, and presently a recognized individual at the Atlantic Board. The US and Germany demand that the emphasis ought to be on providing weapons and ammo to assist Ukraine with winning the ongoing clash, as opposed to making the more provocative stride of stretching out a conventional greeting to join NATO. In any case, nations on NATO's eastern flank, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania and Poland, need firmer affirmations on future enrollment. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is pushing for that also. During a visit to Prague on Thursday, he said the ideal consequence of the Vilnius culmination would be a greeting for his country to join the coalition. NATO could utilize the event to lift its relationship with Ukraine, making what might be known as the NATO-Ukraine Board and giving Kyiv a seat at the table for councils. Additionally, at the center of attention in Vilnius will be Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, the principal deterrent obstructing Sweden's endeavors to join NATO close by its neighbor Finland. Erdogan blames Sweden for being too merciful on enemy of Islamic exhibits and assailant Kurdish gatherings that have pursued a decades-in-length revolt in Turkey. Sweden as of late changed its enemy of psychological oppression regulation and lifted an arms ban on Turkey. In any case, a man consumed the Quran outside a mosque in Stockholm last week, and Erdogan flagged that this would represent another snag. He compared the individuals who allowed the wrongdoing to the people who executed it. Turkey and the US are likewise at a stalemate over the offer of F-16 Warrior jets. Erdogan needs the updated planes, yet Biden says that Sweden's NATO enrollment must be managed first. Sullivan said the US is sure that Sweden will join NATO, not long from now, yet it's hazy assuming the matter will be settled during the highest point.